Water in the desert is always a problem.
Yeah.
Usually because we don't have any. But when we do get rain, we get way too much. We drive down 38 miles of dirt roads to get here. It's about more than floods trapping us at the ranch for a day. The county roads wash out across the entire 38-mile stretch. But the worst part is the canyon that I have to cross to get here. We have to bring all of our water across this canyon. We have to bring all of our soil amendments across this canyon. We have to bring fuel, spare parts. Everything has to get across.
Holy cow.
This.
It's really hard to watch this much water go by and just... Bye-bye.
You see the look on Daniel's face there? He is gutted. It's devastating to see that much water in the desert, and it's so dangerous you can't even touch it.
What are you allowed to do?
Erosion control. So you can slow down water, but you can't try to dam it or redirect it or...
Okay.
Yeah, like I can't build a stock tank in the canyon, which, believe me, I seriously considered. That's the perfect spot for us to dig into that canyon wall right there. See where the water's choked?
Yeah.
If we put the dozer there and built a little wall, it'd cut right through it. You can see how it's undermining the canyon.
Oh, and there's one important detail. My budget is running low. Once the salaries are paid and the fuel tanks are full, there's not a lot left for a big glorious fix. That means that whatever solution we come up with has to work with the tools on hand. And if it doesn't,
Holy cow.
the canyon and this raging flood wins.
Look, we got a little beach.
Yeah. Oh. That big one
Yeah,
was over there.
yeah. Man, we got to figure out how to keep the water from flowing right by the crossing there.
After we get one of these floods, this is what it's like to cross the canyon every single time. It is not pleasant going across this in a four-wheel drive truck. It's also not that big of a deal. The bigger problem is the medium-duty truck that we use, or when we're hauling the dump trailer that's fully loaded. With weight or without a suspension, this crossing is a total nightmare. This isn't a comfort issue. Comfort is a nice to have. It's about the wear and tear on equipment, which really means it's about budget. If I fix the road, I save money. The exposed gravel slices tires. If only I could find a great tire option. Longtime viewers know that the gravel, the thorns, everything on these roadways eats tires. But I can't get an off-road tire. I have 500 miles of highway between Fort Worth and Sierra Blanca. I need an all-terrain tire that can get me down 40 miles of this stuff. I use the Nitto Terra Grappler G3, and it comes with a 70,000 mile warranty. If somebody wants to offer me a warranty on tires out here, yeah, all day long, I'll take it. You can imagine how brutal it is on the suspension to go over roads like this, back and forth and back and forth. The reason I selected the Terra Grappler G3 is because the compound that makes this tire is ultra durable and it's lighter weight. And lighter weight with more durability means less wear and tear on the suspension. I want to put an idea out there on the interwebs. What do you think of a overlanding convoy that goes 40 miles down the roads out here to the Dustups ranch, and we do it all as a group? Let me know in the comments, and especially if you already own the Terra Grappler G3, let me know what kind of rig you're bringing. If enough people respond and show interest, I think that'd be super fun to make happen. So make sure to leave a comment, and if overlanding or crazy terrain is your thing and you need a great tire, please go check out nittotire.com.
I think we might need to fix that.
Improving this crossing saves money that I can spend on plant goodness.
So obviously, this became the main channel, and we do not want that.
We need to formulate some sort of plan to,
So-
I mean, a bridge would be ideal.
Yeah.
However,
We need a
budget-
plan and a budget.
There never is, and there never will be, enough of a budget to build normal infrastructure like dams or bridges. Whatever we work on needs to be appropriate to the scale of two dudes working in the desert.
Pressure off both sides of the road. And it would be nice to have two options to cross, like one over where the dozer's parked and one over
I am looking for a bush fix.
If you want to hand me the
2 years ago, 6 volunteers and I built a gabion in a much smaller wash. It mostly worked. It worked in the sense of it collected material on the upstream side of the gabion. But the reason I say mostly is that the gabion itself rolled over. I hate having these metal wires sticking up. It's not something I want to repeat. If I have to use gabions in the canyon, I found these from Walmart for $65 each. Laying them in a way that avoids the same tilting problem I had in the small wash, I'd need $600 worth of the baskets for a single layer. We can swing $600 if we have to. It's not about the cost of the gabions. It's about how we're going to fill the gabions with the rocks if that's the road we have to go down. Because even though this canyon is literally a big collection of gravel and boulders, most of the material available is not the correct size. Gabions are the final option. They require back-breaking labor. I will do that option if I have to, but I need to know in my bones that that is the one solution that we have to do. It's a big decision to commit to 2 weeks of full-time manual labor to get the crossing fully secured. Daniel used the dozer to pile up a wall about 6 feet tall during the last fix. Neither of us expected that to hold. It wasn't intended to be a dam. It was intended to help us drive across the canyon, and sure enough, floodwaters washed right over the top and carried all of that material downstream. The solution I'm trying today is to make a very low and extremely wide mound. I'm hoping that by making it incredibly thick and minimizing the amount of water flowing over it, that I can deflect the water around this access ramp. It's not going to prevent all damage. I'm just trying to keep it drivable even after a severe flood. This is intended as an MVP fix. It's only 3 hours of dozer time, which makes my dollar risk for this attempt $150. That's regular maintenance on the dozer and the fuel to power it. When you're doing a bush fix, kind of by definition, you got the tools that you have. Mine is a 23-year-old bulldozer with only 2,300 hours on it. Since we got it 2 years ago, it's been getting dramatically more reliable. The first 6 months I owned it, it broke down almost exactly every 20 hours of work. Now that I've replaced half of the hydraulic hoses on this thing, we're getting much longer stretches of work out of it. One problem I did make for myself, and it was completely avoidable, was getting off the bulldozer. I stumbled on the tracks, started to lose my balance, and I placed my bare hand directly on a 300-degree smokestack that had been running for 2 continuous hours. At least right now it doesn't look terrible, but I got an immediate blister. And it does not feel good. I got a 2nd-degree burn, and that burned into my memory. I ought to wear gloves on the bulldozer, and it reminded me there are so many ways to get hurt out here.
That's going to open up because
Yeah,
you're as hard-headed as me, so you're not going to stop working.
Like, I could feel it hurt if it immediately it hurt, but then for like 3 or 4 seconds, I could feel the heat penetrating the skin.
Oh, yeah.
I think I say this in every video. I can't say it often enough. I am so blessed to have Daniel on staff. He served as an Army Ranger, he's a mechanic, he's a welder, and during his time as a Ranger, the Army paid for him to become a nurse. Check out that medical bag.
I had to end up using the dozer to rescue the dually, and yeah, I didn't wait long enough to...
Daniel is the literal backbone of this project. He is amazing. We've had a really rainy year. That is obviously great in the desert, but the benefit you're probably not appreciating is that it accelerates my learning curve. Normally I do all this work and I have to literally wait a year and a half before I see how things perform. It's awesome to be able to try things and within a couple of weeks see the outcome. I am now done with the first wall. I think this took about 3 hours to do. And it's hard to say how tall it is because it varies. I think at the steepest point, it's about 4 feet tall on the far left. And then as it goes to the right, it just slowly nudges down into the canyon, which could be a huge erosion concern. But the lowest point in the canyon is over there. And so what I'm hoping is that I've made the wall so thick. And I mean, I made this really, really, really thick. So you can see it's basically a mound. This is probably 4 tractor lengths, so it's pretty close to about 40 feet wide, and at its highest point it's only 40 feet tall. The goal is just to protect that spot over there, right there, with this big lump here, so that even if the water does wash over it, that it's not raging past and making it hard for the truck and a trailer to pull on out of here.
Obviously this didn't work the way we wanted it to work. It did work as far as not allowing that to wash out as much. So it slowed it down enough until, you know, everything had washed through, but it didn't cut a big rut or more of an arroyo through here like it did last time.
This is my first time since the canyon has flooded coming back, and Daniel tells me it's pretty terrible, at least the entrance to the canyon, so we'll see what it's like. Daniel said it best. This mound did its job. It did protect the entrance to the canyon. It's still drivable. It's not great, but it's not crazy. It's way more crossable than when you saw Daniel leaving the canyon. Well, this is elevated a little bit. I said it was about 4 feet tall, and that section up there is here. That seems about 4 feet to me. All gone. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed. I put a lot of thought and preparation into the idea, and it fell short. However, there is good news. I don't think it looks very amazing and convincing to you, but I put all of these stones here. These are really big and very heavy. I don't know how I'm gonna bring more here, but at least I know this size is gonna stick around in a severe flood. Idea number one, let's get bigger rocks. And even if I can't find big rocks, maybe I can make them.